Right then, howdy doody. Welcome to our Thursday Night Live. We're here for the next hour or so to talk about. Oh, what are you doing?
Get my glasses clean already. I'm
Oh,
not very
he's
well
not prepared.
organised. I was still coming down the stairs and Carole was doing the countdown. It was on 7.
I know. I'm like, come on. Anyway, nothing unusual there, is there? But thanks for joining us. We're here for the next hour to talk all things cruise and travel and answer any questions that you may have. So it's lovely to see so many of you in the comments already. The regulars are back and some new faces too. And we just want to say as well, happy Thanksgiving, as Simca was saying here, to all our friends and other people that we know in the US who are celebrating Thanksgiving today.
Yes, happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
Yes.
We do love a bit of turkey, don't we?
We do.
Mm.
We do.
So, Nick and Tracy here just saying, hello everyone, welcome aboard. If you have a question, start your comment with question, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, please, that'd be lovely. If you could, even if you've been following our channel for a while, do check that you are subscribed. It's totally free, but it just obviously helps us, helps our channel to grow. And if you do put question at the start, it helps us to see as the chat goes really fast.
It does. And as I probably said before, is it 46%?
Yes, interesting when you look at YouTube stats, which we look at all the time because you want to see what videos work well and what doesn't. It's there's a statistic that says how many people that watch your videos are actually subscribed, and it's actually about 50. Was it 54%? But there's a lot of people that watch that aren't subscribed. Yeah. But anyway, so do check that. And
it's free.
It's free.
It's free of charge. I mean, we've got people who make the effort, and we've had a person who's watched our last 3 lives and he's criticised every one of them and commented and said how rubbish they are. He's committed to the cause. So if you're enjoying it, just subscribe, even if you're not. Subscribe, it doesn't matter.
Yes, we do get some funny comments, but thankfully the 99.9% of our comments we get are lovely. So so there we are. So let's see who's here. So Kevin's here. Love to see Kevin. We've been chatting with Kevin this week, haven't we? Because we're planning quite a nice adventure next year, which is going to incorporate the west coast of the US of A, isn't it?
I think next year is shaping up to be one big adventure.
It is.
Almost non-stop. It'd be like being on a roller coaster.
It is.
Which is, well, don't say that because Carole don't like roller coasters.
I don't like roller coasters. So Anna and Mike are here. So let's see Anna and Mike, and they're nearly packed for QV on Sunday. Yeah, lots of people. There's a 4-day cruise going out to Southampton on Sunday on the QV. So there's lots of people that are going on that. So have a fabulous time. And Cunard ships at Christmas are just absolutely stunning. And I just put a post out on our Facebook and Instagram this week of a post we did ages ago when we did Queen Elizabeth, wasn't it? Yeah. Of just how magnificent they look. So do check out our website for that if you want to see how many trees a Cunard ship has. And it was 35, wasn't it? 35.
Whereas we've only got one. Where is it there?
Yes, we got a trip. You can see it there with all our oh, look, and as well, our baubles turn around. We've got some new baubles as well in the shop, so check those out too. So, but so we put our tree up. I know it's a controversial. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's too early to put your tree up," but for us, it's not. And our motto is, "Do whatever makes you happy." And we had an evening of putting the tree up.
Don't say for us, for you.
For me.
I agree with those people who don't want to put it up till at least December.
I know. But I had so many baubles from our travels. We had an evening, didn't we, where we just put Christmas music on and went through all the baubles and recounted all our memories. And it was lovely, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
So do whatever makes you happy, even if it is early. So let's see who's here. So Corinne's here as well. And she's just saying, question. Tonight's my first evening in since Saturday. So already in PJs and warm housecoat. What's your slump outfit? We love our pajamas, don't we?
I have got a fleecy pajama top, but it's usually too warm. So I usually wear pajama bottoms. And Carole has said to me, why have you still got them grotio t-shirts? I said, this is my house t-shirts. They only wear in the house. And they are grotty, but I like them.
But yeah, it's our sort of our work uniform, really, isn't it? Because we're working at home. It's not often we normally have a top on and our pajama bottoms. So as long as you're warm and comfy.
Yeah. Sometimes I wear a shirt and tie. Nothing else.
No, he does not. I don't. So Rose is here. So love to see Rose. Lots of people. Kevin saying, great to see you, Corinne. And Corinne said, I'm pleased you can't actually see me. So that's pretty cool. Nick's asking here, When you're at home, what do you do to unwind? For me, it's playing keyboards and writing music. Oh, we don't do anything as
better. There's a piano at the next meetup, then.
Yes, we've got a meetup in London come up in January, so we're really looking forward to that. When the weather's good, for me, gardening is my total chill out. It used to be when I worked at the hospital and I'd had a real crap shift, and I would come home and the first thing, obviously weather recording, I would do is get out in the garden, and within 10, 15 minutes of being out in the garden and just doing a bit of, pruning and stuff, then that was my distressor, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Paul's you're a big film buff, aren't you? He loves to watch anything on the TV.
My favourite thing is when Carol's out in the garden.
Yes.
And leaves me alone.
Oh, that's true. So, Barbara's here saying hi from sunny Highcliffe-on-Sea. It's been cold today, hasn't it? The temperatures have plummeted again. Not as much as Kevin Austin's,
yes.
But we woke up this morning to fog and frost everywhere.
It was -2.
It was -2, but I'm sure Kevin's like minus 128. But Barbara's getting excited today because she's off in 10 days' time, she's off on her Scandinavian cruise on Arcadia. Arcadia's just had a refit, I was reading the other day. So it'll be interesting to see what people think. It is a ship we want to get on because it's one of the adults-only ships in the P&O fleet. We've been on Aurora, which we absolutely loved. So Arcadia is definitely on our to-do list. And it's a Vista-class ship, so it's very similar to the Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth layout, apparently, and our Oosterdam, though that sort of layout that's got some really lovely outside space. So that's what we want to do at some point. So Kevin's asking, this is a long one, what is your weirdest goofy Christmas tradition with your family? For my family, it's singing happy birthday in the worst karaoke voice possible at the top of our lungs at Christmas dinner. Oh, wow, that's mad.
And Canadians are weird.
They are. We used to have, before sadly Dad passed away, what we used to do was we would have a bit of a crib session, wouldn't we? It would be me and my dad against Paul and my sister Jane, and it was we used to always just have a real good laugh about it, didn't we? So that's the only tradition really, that we don't do any singing or anything mad like that.
Bearing in mind, the first Christmas crib tournament, Carole had about 25 years experience. Carol's dad had about 65 years experience. I had about 50 years experience. Jane had no experience whatsoever. Guess whose side Jane's on? My side.
but it was always
after
fun.
We lost the first time, and we did win a few over the years, but we lost for many years because Jane didn't even know what she was doing. You'd think she was like, I'm not competitive. It's like she'd won the World Cup.
Well, also, when we get to the Morgan Christmas, what we've done for many, many years, isn't it? Got together at your brother's, and we have lots of competitions. We do a lot of like word competitions, the heads up game.
Yeah.
We've also had some fantastic sort of Wii golfing championships and things like that. So we tend to play more games on your side of the family, don't we, and do that than we did with my side of the family. But sadly, we can't do that anymore. But anyway, we will still be having a great Christmas. Just things change, don't they, over the years with whoever's around, which is lovely to have the lovely memories, but also sad, isn't it? Oh, anyway. So let's have a look. Gillian Morrison saying, hi everyone, home in time after one train cancelled. I waited half an hour in the cold to get on another train. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? When you're using public transport, particularly in this weather.
Why didn't you click on that?
Because I like to start reading a comment before I put it on, because in the past I put a comment on and reading it and I realise it's rude. But Gillian's comment isn't rude. Okay. So that's very good.
Yeah, thank you, Gillian, for not being rude.
So and Carla here, see, even in all, good to see so many familiar names. Soon to be familiar faces once we have been on the group cruise. Yeah, big group cruise comes in May, and we're getting very excited about that because obviously that was planned 2 years ago. We've also we're bookings available we're doing a Christmas river cruise for everyone that's patrons and newsletter subscribers. So go and subscribe to our newsletter in the description there if you want details about that, because there's limited spaces available for that. So we didn't want to
subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, or Patreon. Yeah. Yes. And also and I'm just about to do a post to all the patrons after this live. I've decided what I want to do for my 60th birthday in July 2026.
It's a picnic in our back garden.
A little bit more than that. And I want them to be the first to know, obviously, what the plans are and the first opportunity to book that up, because it's going to be epic. Isn't it, Paulie? Epic! I'm so excited now. I've made my decision.
Is there something wrong with you? What's going on?
Well, I'm just excited.
She hasn't even been drinking or nothing.
No, nothing. Coffee time.
I should have a few swigs of that if I was you, mate.
You should have a what?
A few swigs of that if I was you. Calm yourself down.
No. And I've had my eyebrows done. Oh, do you know, so funny. We were, I went and had my eyebrows done. I have them hennaed and shaped, just ready for Christmas. And
just remember, eyebrows aren't just for Christmas.
no, that's true. Anyway, yesterday I was in with Dollface in Gloucester. If you're in the Gloucestershire area and you want anything to do with eyebrows and stuff and beauty, they're brilliant. And they're such a couple of lovely girls. Anyway, so I was sat there, and I'm normally facing one way, but I was facing the mirror, and I've never seen the process before. And they obviously put the henna on, and they draw all different lines and stuff. And Della had done that, and I was like, oh my God. I looked in the mirror, and I just couldn't stop laughing. So I took a picture to send to Paul. So Paul was like, oh my God. He said, you'll have to put that on Facebook. I'm like, no, I'm not going to put that on Facebook because I look really stupid or whatever. Anyway, put it on Facebook, and we had so many brilliant comments. So everyone that is on our Facebook page, thank you so much for all your comments about my eyebrows, because we were just sat, weren't we, just absolutely roaring at all the gifts and everything that was put there. And then Paul said, I'm going to put that on TikTok. And anyway, oh my God, it's just gone crazy. How many is it up to now?
It's our second most successful TikTok of all time. Now, bearing in mind, it's not even a video, it's just a picture. And it's now had 54,600 views.
How mad is that? And lots of comments. Some lovely, some not so nice. However, it just goes to show, and it just a bit of taking the mickey at yourself and just having a bit of fun just brings a bit of laughter to someone and a smile on someone's face. So
379 comments.
How mad is that? Isn't it funny with social media? Because you can be really articulate about something, and say you spend ages putting a nice reel together of all these different views on a cruise ship. And you put it out and you get like, I don't know, 1,000 views or whatever it is. You put a picture of some eyebrows and it goes mental. But there we are. So if you haven't seen that, go to our Instagram or our Facebook page and make sure you're following us there, because we do share some sort of silliness there too. So Catherine's here from Yorkshire. Chilly Thanksgiving to our American friends. Yes, definitely. And Ken and Lindsay here. Love to see you guys from a chilly Somerset. Ooh. Yes, very, very chilly. Very, very chilly.
Bet those cider apples are crisp and ready for squashing to make me some lovely Thatcher's drink.
Yeah, we definitely need to organise that, don't we? So let's see. Michael's showing off. High from a sunny 68 degrees at Foothill Ranch in California. Very jealous of that. And Andy's view. Lovely to see you, Andy, from Australia in Mount Tambourine. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, football later. After the live, we've just booked a 79-night Circle Pacific from Brisbane on June 2027. Includes South Pacific Isles, Alaska, and Japan. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Andy's have done some fantastic cruises, long cruises, world cruises, and we had the pleasure of meeting you both, didn't we, in New York when we were there? And it was great fun. So yeah, you have some brilliant itineraries. So let's have a look. What other question we've got here? So Nick and Tracy are asking, as you've done so many cruises on various cruise lines, is there a bucket list cruise you want to do? Money, no object. Yes, there's two. I
think that cruise that Andy's doing.
Well, we are looking tentatively for 2026. There is a cruise that goes from Sydney in Australia, goes up all of the east coast of Australia, goes to South Pacific and round New Zealand. Now that is something that we want to do. Financially, we're thinking, oh, is it a bit of a push, because we've got quite a few trips next year, so it may not be till 2027, but it is actually something. So that area, because we've had a taste of Australia but done the other side and below, and the other place I really want to get to is Hawaii. So that's mine. What about yours, Paul?
Honolulu? No, on a surfboard. Oh, come on.
Oh dear.
I don't even look into stuff. Carole tells me and I think, oh, that sounds good.
You do, because there's some countries that you get really, really excited about.
I think Hawaii, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go to New Zealand. We've our blogging films this week because we like to have a film on in the background where we're doing a bit of blogging. We stepped away from Christmas and we watched all 3 Lord of the Rings films.
Yeah, we did.
Which, of course, is mostly filmed in New Zealand.
Yeah. So that's definitely a part of the world we want
I'm
to
just worried
to
if
get
Carole
to.
visited Hobbiton, that they might keep her there thinking she's a resident.
More like you with your hairy feet. At least my feet aren't hairy. Oh, anywho, let's see. So let's see who else is here. So Claire's here. Evening, lovelies. Lovely to see Claire here. And saying it's reached minus figures here in Essex. It's brass monkeys out there. It is. Claire was kind enough to go and have a drive around London the other day and showed us the decorations. So thank you for that on Discord. Tina's here saying, evening, everyone. I think we're nearly 100 lives. We are. This is number 98. So next week, our live, we're out with friends next Thursday. So we won't be doing our live Thursday. I'll be Tuesday. What are you doing?
Sorry, there's like one of your big monkey hairs on the keyboard, and I kept looking at it. I couldn't get away.
So this is live number 98, so 99, and then after that, we're not sure when it will be after that because we were looking at a couple of mini cruises for December, aren't we? Or there's a couple of 4 or 5 nighters that we're thinking, oh, should we get on that one or not?
But it will be this year.
But it will be this
Our
year.
100th episode.
Will be before Christmas.
And there'll be pageantries and jugglers and all sorts of circus acts and free beer.
Free beer?
None of that.
None of that's going to happen.
None of it. But, we're just trying to build it up, really.
Corinne saying, being that's effective in the US, I imagine we won't get quite so many on the line. No, everyone's going to be busy, but we don't celebrate it in the UK. So, but we still got 192 watching, so that's lovely. So thank you all for doing that.
And I bet we got 190 thumbs up. I bet, haven't we? That.
So make sure you give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the live stream.
Still can't get that far.
I can't.
I think you'll just have to lean back, do you?
Andy's just asking you about football, Paulie. How will Spurs do v Roma tonight after beating City?
Well, after thrashing City and then, like I said, losing to Ipswich. Which Tottenham's going to turn up? Obviously, our goalkeeper's injured, and Roma's new manager is Claudio Ranieri. Even you'll know who that is.
I do know that name.
He was the manager that took Leicester to win the Premier League a few years back. He's 73 now.
Is he?
Yeah. So who knows?
Who knows?
We've got a strong side out, but like I said, we got our second choice goalkeeper, and he's about as mobile as I am.
Anyway, back to travel.
I'm sure he won't be watching, so I'll get away with that because he's a big old unit.
Jen says she's in her PJs and haircut and feeling warmer, thankfully. Good. Glad you're home and all snuggled up now. Alison saying she's just very jealous of those travelling to warmer climes. Yeah, we are too. And in Carl say, are you any closer to cruising this Christmas? We've got a handful. We've got a couple of longer ones. We want to be home before Christmas. So there's a couple of longer cruises we got our eye on, and there's a couple of short ones, isn't there? So as soon as we decide what we're going to do, we will let you know. And Corinne's saying where she's going to colder climes, Alberta and Saskatchewan. Yeah, Corinne's off to see family in Canada, but it'll be beautiful over there with all that snow. So it's nice going somewhere cold when it's very picturesque and nice, isn't it? It's horrible going somewhere where it's cold when it's just miserable and wet. But anyway, let's have a look.
Like the UK, you mean? Yeah?
Well, exactly. Rose is saying, I've been watching Greg's at Christmas. Does anyone else love a Greg's sausage roll? We do. We do. We tried the vegan ones and they weren't so good, were they? Because we don't mind trying vegan food. We're not vegans, but I like to try different things.
It was vegetarian, not. I have to say the pastry was exactly. I'm sure it was vegetarian. The pastry was lovely, but the consistency of the sausage, it was more like a pate than a sausage.
Yeah. No, Greg's is great. Anything. Paul's favourite from Greg's is a cheese and
sausage, cheese and bean melt.
Yeah, that's Paul's favourite. Lots of people saying best sausage rolls. They are very, very good. They do them frozen. You can get them frozen now, can't you? In Iceland, Greg's. We've done that, and that's actually worked quite well.
And in the range as well.
Yeah, in the range. But that's the Iceland portion.
But it's an Iceland section. Yeah. But yeah, if you go to the range, which is like a DIY type place, they've got all sorts of different freezer things. Ironically, stuff from TGI Fridays.
Yeah, they have.
Which is obviously closed. So you can still have a TGI Fridays, but you have to go to Iceland or the range or something like that and buy it and cook it yourself, which might be the best thing to do anyway.
Anna Mike said they got a Jenkins here in Wales.
Wales.
Wales. We prefer Jenkins, especially the festive bake. Not heard of Jenkins,
No.
have you?
No.
Matt and Sally reporting in. So lovely to see you guys here.
Evening all.
Ken saying, do you think I ought to get my eyebrows done for Panto? You should, Ken.
Some of the comments on, especially on TikTok, because obviously it brings out the best, but it also brings out the worst in people on social media. And there were some fabulous comments, but there was
I'll
also,
get a picture up on my phone. I should have put it on here.
but there was also some quite mean comments, and it sort of does annoy you a bit. But you thought, well, you can sort of, people can see you for what you are when you put stuff like that on there, I think. So a little disappointed in some, but look at that. How could you not love that little chutchy face?
But thankfully, you know, they always do a fab job. But yes, so it's been, but yes, we definitely think you should. So you'll have to come to book another trip up to Gloucester, and I'd go and take you to see Dell at Dollface, and we'll get you booked in. So Love to Travel is asking, if the ship you're supposed to be boarding in the next week has been struggling with norovirus since September, and you could easily cancel for a full refund, would you go? I would still go. I think,
but it's been struggling with norovirus since September.
Because normally after they have a bout of norovirus on a ship, they do a deep clean, and then it's obviously down to then, you know, because we did that when we went on Aurora. Our embarkation was delayed, wasn't it, by a couple of hours because they'd had a few cases of norovirus and they did a deep clean. If it's
well, that's 2 months.
That is 2 months, and I'm not sure what ship you're talking about because I haven't seen that in the news, and I try to keep abreast of what's going on. I think it all depends on how bad you want to go on the cruise, and also your own health issues. You know, if you're susceptible to picking up bugs and stuff, then I would be very nervous, and if it was going to affect your health overall. But I think for me, I'm used to, I've had how many years of dealing with bugs for being a nurse, so it doesn't faze me, but I can understand why you'd be concerned.
Well, what would concern me is the fact they've been struggling with it for 2 months. So they obviously haven't got a handle on it. So that would be...
Yeah, true. If what you're reading and what you're hearing is the truth, because you just never know, do you?
But I think the fact that they're offering you a full refund,
well, yeah,
tells you what you need to know.
And if you're willing to share what ship that is, that'd be useful to know for us.
I mean, we're looking at doing stuff in the next couple of weeks. And I don't know where you are, but I know out of Southampton, there's 5 or 6 cruises going out of Southampton early December, aren't there?
With loads.
Yeah, so
there's loads going out.
So you get a full refund. I might be inclined to full refund up.
But if you're from are you from the UK or US? If you're happy to give us more information, Love to Travel, then please do, because it's a very interesting comment. So thank you for posting that. Corin saying that Ken should definitely get his eyebrows done. Reese is here. Reese and Catherine, so lovely to see you guys. Which vehicle is better for a port tour? The Ho-Ho bus, the Noddy train, or the Duck tour? Oh, it depends, doesn't it? I think Noddy trains, we love a little Noddy train just because it's a little bit silly and a little bit...
Well, having said that, we did a Duck tour in... Boston. And I have to say, and again, it's down to...
the presenter.
How good your guide is. Our guide was fabulous. He was all dressed up. He knew his facts. He had us all behaving like a load of idiots within 10 minutes of being on there.
Yeah.
And he made the tour. And obviously you go on land, on water, so you get the best of both worlds. And
obviously in a hop-on, hop-off bus or Noddy train, you just get a, what do you call it, over the tannoy?
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Commentary.
You get commentary. So I was actually thinking about that Duck tour in Boston. It was fun because you have to have a live person there, and like Paul said, you see the best of both worlds. People get nervous about the Duck tour because there were some issues many years ago, wasn't there, with one of them sank, I believe. But we had no problems and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ours took to it like a duck to water, didn't it?
But we've had some fabulous hop-on, hop-off bus tours, haven't we, too? So, but like you say, the Duck tour had a little bit more personality to it, and it was great fun. And everyone in the tour bus, we just, everyone was just laughing and having a good time. Thanks, Nick and Tracy, for sharing our shop. So if you're after the old baubles and stuff, have a look in there. Jerry's in the house as well, so love to see you, Jerry. So thank you so much. Reese is telling Kenny he's beautiful as he is.
I've seen him close up, Reese. What I will say, all joking
Ken's
aside,
got lovely.
Ken is a very handsome man.
Yeah,
he's about 17, 18 years older than me.
No, he's not.
He looks like he's about 30. I mean, he is about 17 years older than me because I'm only 40.
No, you're not. You're 60. Damn it. So Jane's here. So evening all. Look forward to tonight's chat. And Chris Moran, not our cousin Chris Moran. Hi, everyone from a chilly Romsey. So Julie's asking a question. Hi, guys. Can you tell me, please, what venues will be open for lunch to eat on Embarkation Day on Queen Mary 2?
The pub will be open, but it usually is like not as long as it normally would be. But the pub's open for lunch. If you go in there and there's somebody doing a Sudoku, not eating or drinking, just grab them and oof them straight out. No,
the pub's normally open until about
2:30,
so it depends on your embarkation time.
Just grab them, leg and a wing, over the side. So that's what you get for coming in a pub and not eating or drinking. Other than that, that's my rant over about people in the pub on QM2. The buffet, it depends what we got on Cunard once, and we were in like the twilight zone.
Well, between 4 and 5.
Yeah, and we were
no, that wasn't. That was Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, but I said Cunard.
Yes, you did.
Cunard. But yeah, definitely the pub. If you're on sort of 1 o'clock-ish, pub will be open, buffet will be open, and sometimes the main dining room's open. Yes,
they have afternoon tea in the main dining room. We've done that once before.
Yes.
And also Corinthia Lounge. May have some little snacks and things. So plenty of options. But like I say, between 4 and 5, it gets a bit thin on the ground. But there's always room service.
You can go to your cabin.
Yeah, there's always room service on Cunard, which is free of charge, which is great.
Free of charge. There are a few chargeable.
Only if you want.
But most of it is free of charge.
Yeah, there are. We've got all the information about food and stuff for Cunard on our website, so have a check there.
PaulandCaroleLoveToTravel.com.
Deborah's just asking, Paul and Carole, how are you both diddling? Cold enough for you both? It is cold, isn't it? It's
Do you know, I've never heard anybody say that. I've had tons of people say to you, warm enough for you, but not cold enough for you.
Yes.
So that's quite unusual to hear that.
Joe's here. So let me see Joe. Even though I made it to live after a good few weeks away, just back from Fred Olsen Mystery Cruise, the most boring cruise to date. Laugh out loud. No mystery element on board at all. Ports were a bit meh. Oh, wow. We've always thought about doing a mystery cruise. And we know.
Well, we haven't.
No,
you have. And now Joe has just 100% reinforced that I've chose wisely.
So that's really interesting for you to say that. I wonder how they've made it so boring then, because surely they'd camp it up on board, isn't it? And do
camp it up?
No, but you know what I mean? Just to where do you think we're going next? But I guess if you're going out to Southampton, it's hard to do a mystery cruise.
Yeah,
you're either going to go north to Norway, aren't you, or south to Spain.
Buenos Aires ain't likely to be on there, is it?
Or it might have been from Liverpool. I can't remember. But you won't be doing that again then, Joe. Morris is here saying, I love a Greggs sausage roll. Yeah.
Evening, Morris.
So, and Claire saying, eyebrows looking good, Carol. Thank you very much. Joe saying, and we think Fred have the worst entertainment at sea, but the food was great. So that's interesting, Joe, because when we were on Valletta, we had a great entertainment team and we had some fantastic shows. But we have heard, obviously, teams change, don't they? So it's interesting to hear that. So it's interesting because things do change. So let's have a look. Commodore Steve's here, and Tina is talking about where they live in Essex. Carrie and Mike are here, so love to see Carrie and Mike. Hello and happy Thanksgiving from North Carolina.
Same to you. So we have got a bit of leftover Kentucky fried chicken in the fridge, actually, so maybe that'll be our Thanksgiving meal.
Barb's saying, like the new hair and brows. I just got my hair in a pony tonight because, if the truth be known, I had a shower earlier and my hair takes so long to dry, and I thought, I'm just going to put it up in a ponytail tonight. So
she actually said to me earlier, well, it's not like anybody's going to see me, is it?
No, I didn't.
So bearing in mind, our lives usually get watched including on catch up by around about 2,000 people. So it's not like anybody's going to see you, is it?
No.
Had your eyebrows done, didn't you?
I did. Look, I can do it. What was the one said about The Rock? How does he do The Rock?
He does well done. He's a bit Roger Moore.
That's it. Look at that. Is that The Rock eyebrow?
Yeah, but you got the Rock eyebrow, but you got the Popeye the Sailor Man face.
Look at that. Look how big. Look at that. Ooh.
It's like a Roger Moore masterclass. Roger Moore.
Oh, you need yours doing, Paulie.
No, I don't. I get my barber just to whip his clippers across
Whip
there.
his what?
His clippers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rock. Keith's here. So lovely to see Keith. And Elaine's here. So lovely to see you too.
Hello, Elaine. She's on time today.
Deborah spotted. Yes, you can see in our mirror there. Where's the mirror?
Well,
there's the mirror on the Christmas tree. It's hard doing things back to front on here, isn't it? With your hands.
Because it should be over there.
So you can't do either. Yes, we have, and we're loving it. A bit of sparkle when it's all cold and miserable outside makes me very happy. So, Life in the Parks are here. So sorry, can't be with you tonight. We're in the theatre on Morella Discovery 2 watching the Sin City show in the theatre. Morella that's one thing consistent about Morella, and they may have sort of just good food. So if you're foodie, Morella isn't really the cruise company for you. But if you love fun and entertainment, then they definitely are.
But their specialty restaurants are very good.
Yeah.
I think
the food's fine, isn't it? But you wouldn't say, oh my God, that was the best food at sea. But for entertainment, and that's why I got so many messages, private messages, and I try and answer them, but it's really hard. And people say, what cruise should I go on this cruise? And it's like, there's so many cruise ships out there for you that what you need to do is what do you enjoy? What are your loves of life? Do you like food? Do you like scenery? Do you like open space? Do you like, is live music important to you?
Production shows, all
those things, because there's so many cruise companies out there that offer so many different things. That's the first decision you should be making. What do you want to get out of your cruise? So it's very hard for me to answer or for Paul to answer and say, well, actually, we think you should go on the Sky Princess to Norway because of this, because actually that might not be for you. So I think that's why we started to do in all our videos and our website, just to share our experiences. And often people say, I've watched your videos on, for example, Connings Dam in Alaska. Oh my God, that's not the cruise for me because of A, B, and C. Yeah. And we know we've done a good job then when someone makes it.
So if we can put somebody off.
No, but then they've said,
yes, no, totally.
I will do Alaska, but I'll do it on this ship because this ship suits me better. So it's finding out what do you like and then going from there. That should be the first question you should be asking yourself when you're planning a cruise.
Defo. Have you got any banners to put up?
Banners?
Yeah.
Mandy said, hi, lovelies. Gorgeous brows. Thank you very much.
How do you know Mandy's not talking about me?
Well, I'm just looking at yours.
She did dry her hands on my hair on that cruise, didn't she? So
she did dry. That was in the crow's nest on Aurora.
So have you got any banners to put up?
Banners? Yeah. About?
Well, done anything.
Well, we have a bit on our videos.
We'll put some up, then.
Why are you doing this?
I need to go and get a drink.
Oh my God! So what are you getting? The coffee? No, just okay. So
if it could have been seamless.
We're just going to segue in now
to and then I could have gone, but you asked too many questions.
There we are. Look.
Yeah, look at that.
So currently on our YouTube channel, we've started our Royal Clipper adventure where we stayed at the Hilton Heathrow, which was a great. We had a package there which worked out well. The video out tomorrow is all about our time in Civitavecchia, which is going out to obviously tomorrow. So and then the following week we've got our first experience like no other, where we take you on our extraordinary experience on the Royal Clipper. So they're the videos that are on our channel that are coming up. So like we said before, make sure you are subscribed because it really helps our channel to grow. So I can take that off now because Paul's back.
Hello, I haven't been anywhere.
There we are. But now it's cold and wet and windy. We've got so many videos on our YouTube channel. Make sure we've got so many playlists. Just go to our playlist and pick a playlist and have a watch. Right, let's get back to, so where were we with
what Mandy saying?
Mandy, there she is.
Mandy saying how lovely my eyebrows were.
Yes. So Clinton saying, hi, Paul, Carole, listeners, I drive through cold Montana. Looking forward to great entertainment from you guys. Well, stay safe, Clinton. Normsky chat question, do you give the cruise companies you go on negative feedback before you do your blogs? We always give feedback while we're on board. If things haven't worked out well or there's issues, we always go to reception and let them know how we feel about things. So yes, and we did that. Luckily, we haven't had too many bad experiences, but on Azamara and when we were on Queen Anne, we did that, didn't we? And made our feelings very known.
What was the Cunard ship where my dad and sister had that?
That was Queen Mary. We had issues with an accessible cabin, so we went straight
terrible.
down there and to speak to them about that.
Reception just stood there with his mouth open.
Well, he did, but we always like to, if we're going to put it out to the world that we've moaned about something, that we were happy about something, we always want a cruise company to have the opportunity to make things right first, because often things happen, don't they? So we'll always go to reception and say, look, this has happened. Can you sort it? And 9 times out of 10 they can. Obviously, Azamara, that was just where it all blew up and just went all bad, because they wouldn't take on board any of our issues whatsoever. What did I say?
Take on board.
So yes, we do, Normsky chat. We always feedback to the cruise companies of our thoughts and feelings. So Carole, I hope you managed to get the Villa Maria off. I did. I bought and have tried the chocolate custard creams on your recommendation. They are Moorish and addictive. Yes, I did. Sainsbury's are having an offer with.
When Carole says I did, she means I did.
Paulie went out to Sainsbury's to get some Villa Maria because it was reduced to £6.50 with your Nectar card. Plus, it had a 25% off too, didn't it? Was that right?
$6.75 it was reduced to, then 25% off, 6 or more bottles. They only had 10 bottles, so I had all 10 of them, which may be very selfish, but I had to have 6 to do the offer, a minimum of 6. So I felt that leaving 4 wouldn't have been fair because it wasn't enough for whoever had them 4 to get the offer. So I was just doing a good service, really.
So we got them. They'll see me through to Christmas because we're going to Friends for Christmas, aren't we?
And I also bought 3.
My friend Deb drinks Villa Maria too.
And I also bought 3 legs of lamb from Sainsbury's because they were half price too.
We've got one of them.
I reckon I saved £100.
It was 94. It said on the
90. Well, there you go.
It saved £94.
£94.
So that's mad, isn't it? And also the chocolate custard creams from Marks and Spencer's. Oh my gosh, they are divine. So I'm glad you enjoyed those too.
It's like a custard cream on steroids, isn't it?
It is, but you only need one, don't you? You don't, and it's really well. But there's only 6 in a pack. But definitely get yourselves to Marks and Spencer's for those because they are absolutely delicious.
They do work out at about.
Well, it's £3 for 6 biscuits.
Yeah, so they're 50 pence a biscuit basically.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. Peter's here watching from Australia, so lovely to have you here. And Jeff's here from Ohio.
Good evening,
so,
Jeff.
And Travel with Johnny Will here. Good evening from a very cold Belfast with a stove lit, but wish we were still cruising the coast of Spain. Yes, Johnny Will, after having their Discovery 2 cruise cancelled, managed to get booked on one couple of weeks later, and they're just back now. So it looks like you had a fab time, guys. It was great following you on social media. So make sure you subscribe to Travel and Johnny Will if you want to know all about the new. They've been making some changes on Marella Discovery with the refit, haven't they, with the cabins and things. So make sure you subscribe to Travel with Johnny and Will after you've subscribed to us, of course, and you can find out what changes have been made. And we're looking forward to finding out too. So Tony's here saying, evening all, sitting here waiting on every. So waiting on delivery, traditional activity in the run up to Christmas. Yes, yeah, that's right.
We don't get every, do we? Do we get every?
I had a delivery with every the other day.
Oh,
yes, I did.
Oh,
so
kept that quiet.
Oh, I didn't. So Rosewood said, we all love you, ignore the sad people. Exactly. There are just people out there. I don't care. Do you know, it's what blogging and putting ourselves in the sort of the public eye has done has made me realize actually that how many wonderful, lovely people are out there that are like-minded, that like to have fun in life and to enjoy cruising and travel. And there are some horrible people out there, but as soon as they start saying nasty things, they block, and we just cut them out of our lives because I made a decision after after working in the NHS for a long time, I worked with some wonderful colleagues, and I've got some great friends still from that time. But I worked with some horrible, horrible people that were there just for their own agenda and not for the best of the patient. And I vowed when I retired that now that I've got a choice about who I want to be with, I don't have to go to work only with Paulie. Then I'm going to choose who I want to be with. And so now I find it quite easy to ignore all those sad, angry, horrible people, and just surround us with lots of love and all you lovely people. And I think it's amazing.
Oh, that was a hell of a speech, wasn't it?
Well, it's true though, isn't it?
Because 20 minutes long, that was.
Well, that's just a little thank you for saying. Oh, that's just a little thank you to you, just for making our life that a bit brighter. So thank you so much. Right. Alistair Dempster saying, how do you go about buying Cunard shares? It said on the website £1,400, but didn't say how many shares you get. We do it through stock perks.
Are you on about Cunard shares, or are you
Carnival?
On about Carnival shares? Because if you want to get the benefits of getting onboard spends, you need 100 Carnival shares. Now, I don't know what the price are at the minute, but by what it sounds like, then it must be £14 a share, I'm guessing, isn't it?
We've got Carnival shares, which we do through stock perks, isn't it?
Well, we don't know. We don't do it with stock perks now.
Well, we've got it
through. We've got it through a company called Interactive Investors, but you do have to pay a monthly fee, which I still haven't. Every time I bring this up, somebody will tell me do this, do that, and I always forget. So I will do it one day.
Write yourself a note.
But obviously, because we're cruising so much, even though it's costing us about £120 a year to pay Interactive Investor, we
get that back.
Because because I think we've got 5 cruises next year, and I think all of them.
And the longer you cruise, the more you get.
Yeah, all of them fall into that category. So yeah, and you just need 100 shares, or however much the shares are, I don't know, and then you've got an app now. What they've done is you've got an app on your phone. And you go on, and that's the stock perks. You go onto the app. There's various different things you can get perks for. You just go onto the cruising one, click the cruise line, put your cruise number in there of the cruise you're going on and your details, and then you just press send, and then you get an email saying they've received it, and then usually 3 or 4 days later you get an email saying, yeah, that's all approved, it's been added to your onboard credit. Yeah,
and as soon as you go on board, you always check your onboard account, and you'll see it there, and you can get from sort of $70 if it's a really short cruise up to $250 per cruise if it's over 14 nights, isn't it? So it's well worth doing. Well, we think it is. It's worked out very good for us. Ken saying your tree looks lovely. Thank you. Mandy saying, just booked a short cruise to Bruges on P&O Ventura next April. Have you ever sailed on her? Yes.
Oh, was that?
We did 2 nights.
We went on Ventura when it was brand new. And we were on there for 2 nights. And they lost my brother's luggage for a day and a half of the 2-day cruise. So pretty good, really. And that was where I still can't believe it to this day. Is there was about 10 of us on a table. I had these 2 lovely old ladies. When I say old ladies, they're probably about the same age as I am now, but they were, they seemed older than that then, because it was about however many years ago.
It was before we were blogging.
Oh, long before we were blogging.
Yeah.
And you ordered your sort of meat type stuff for your dinner, and then they bought out veg separately, and they would serve you the veg. And the lady next to me, the waiter come round, and he just went slop and put a great big spoonful of cauliflower cheese on her plate that already had other food on. And she looked at him and said, what's this cauliflower cheese? Is it? Yeah. Oh, is it gluten-free? Because
she's celiac.
He didn't say anything at all. He just picked her plate up, scraped the cauliflower cheese back into his dish of cauliflower cheese, put her plate back down, and carried on going around the table.
We all just sat there like,
and we were like, oh. And unfortunately, that sort of pretty much summed up the cruise. It was terrible.
Well, I think it was because the ship was fairly new.
It was fairly new.
They were ironing out lots of issues. That's 2009.
Yeah. Well, and the top of the bill was Jimmy James of Jimmy James and the Vagabonds fame. And he did 3 one-hour shows in the same night. And I don't know, he must have been 147.
And it was quite rough as well, because he was running up, running, he was But the entertainment was good, but the food was not.
Yeah.
But that was 2009.
Long time ago.
You know, lots has happened since then. Don Fairview said happy Thanksgiving from New York.
Thank you, Don.
Keith's 11 days until we board Morel Explorer in Malaga. Couldn't have to with some winter sun. Exactly.
You can't beat a bit of winter sun.
Yeah. And Steve's saying, and the refurbished cams are lovely, but no fridges. Yeah, they've removed all the fridges, haven't they? Why do they do that? Julie's here from Auckland in New Zealand. So lovely to see you here. And Jeff's saying in Ohio, getting ready to watch the replay, getting ready for a family gathering. Happy Turkey Day. Yes, have fun.
I'll say hi to all your family.
And good morning from BC, British Columbia in Canada. Pat and I are watching. So thank you, Patty. Lots of people watching while they're cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Love your channel. Well, thanks, Deborah. That's great. Mandy said, I think we should have a pajama party live.
What you don't realise, Mandy, is every live that we do,
we've got
our pajama bottoms on. So it's 50% pajama parties live.
Peter's asking, adjusted for circumnavigation of Australia on Queen Elizabeth in 6 weeks from Queen Victoria for a full circumnavigation of South America. Are there fireworks in Southampton? The only time we've seen fireworks in Southampton was when we did the inaugural cruise on Queen Anne. So it's not a regular thing, but for a full tour, sometimes Cunard do put on special events, but I don't know. So... Grant saying, hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to us, all of us from the US. In 2 weeks, I'll be in London on the 14th, been heading home on the QM2. Thank you for my weekly laugh session. Yes, that'd be lovely.
Yeah.
And Queen Mary 2 is just such a fantastic ship. Striker Maguire's here. Are you going to try out Independence of the Seas when it comes next year? We're booked on for June. We have been looking at that because Independence of the Seas, we're very fond of Independence of the Seas because we did about 6 cruises with our dads on there and have got some wonderful, wonderful memories, haven't we, of Independence of the Seas. So we do want to get on board to have a look around, but we haven't got anything that's actually in stone at the moment. No. But it is something that we would like to do.
I want to get on there to see if they've changed the questions for the Queen quiz, as in the band Queen. Because I won that 3 years running, and it was the same. I mean, obviously, it was the same questions, but I had to know the answers to the questions the first time. Yeah. But I won 3 years running, and I got 15 out of 15. But obviously, other people must have started getting knowledge from it, because on the last one, there was a four-way tiebreaker, which I won.
Yeah.
And they gave us 7 Royal Caribbean baseball hats because there was 4 of us and they thought there was 4 and there was actually 7. So because we're kind and considerate people, we gave 3 of them away.
We did. It was a family winner with a little girl who was chuffed to bits.
Yeah. $20 each I charged
her. No, you didn't. Rosemary saying, hey, so lovely to see you here. And Nick is just saying, you look much better tonight. Yes, thank you very much. So Matt and Sally are just saying, going on our last cruise of the year next Tuesday, 2-week Christmas river cruise in Germany for the Christmas markets. First cruise for 2025 will be the group cruise. Long wait. Matt and Sally, can't wait to meet you on board there.
We're getting now.
Yeah, we are. We're sorting out some quizzes. We're going to have we should have a Beat Paulie Morgan quiz.
What, at a subject, or just everybody has to beat me? Be like
your music knowledge.
Like that scene in Airplane where they're trying to calm that passenger down and they've got like baseball bats and a gun and a chain and all that. Like, they're just going to beat me as they go past.
Not quite, no. Okay. So let's see. So Lucy Mum's here. So lovely to see you here. Who else is here? Laura's here as well. Slightly late. No problem at all. Laura's asking, have we booked anything with the Black Friday deals? No, we've been looking, but we haven't as yet. So no, not yet. Lisa H is here. I love to see Lisa. I hope we can catch up in the meet-up in London in January. We just embarked from Sky Princess this morning, and we're now really looking forward to getting back on over the group cruise. I've been at home since 1 p.m. and cannot get warm. Yeah, it's horrible when you get home from the cruise, isn't it? Yeah, we're so excited to be back on Sky Princess. I found the other day, I was thinking, do you know what? I've bought, because obviously on Princess Cruises, for you that don't know, they don't have the conventional cruise card that you just tap on your door to get into your cabin. They have an ocean medallion, which is just a little disc. which you can put either on like into a watch thing, or wear it on your lanyard, or put it on all different of accessories.
Put it in your pocket and lose it.
Yeah, like Paul does.
That's one of the options.
Paul's getting worse. Every time we cruise now, he's losing his cruise card, aren't you? Not just once during a cruise, but we're talking 2-3 times. So I need to somehow attach it to you physically.
You got like I lost it once on the last cruise.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I lost it once. And I was talking to the cruise director, who was a Spurs fan. And I said, I've lost my cruise card. And he said, well, just go and do another. Once it was eyebrows.
Once you had to get it absolutely replaced, but you actually lost it 3 times because you found it twice in the cabin.
Well, it wasn't lost then, was it?
Anyway, I found, I should have brought them down. I've got my pink Ocean Medallion watch straps to wear for the group cruise. So I'm going to.
Were they lost?
No, I just forgotten where I put them.
Oh, the double standards.
Let's have a look. So let's have a look. Have we got any more questions here? Let's see. Andy's saying it's 5 a.m. and 20 degrees here in Queensland, Australia. 3 weeks today. We'll be back on Diamond Princess to New Zealand. Did similar cruise Christmas 2016. Do you cruise at Christmas? We cruised once at Christmas on Azamara Quest, and I got really homesick. So we've decided after that I didn't want to actually cruise over the Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and that week in between, which is where we catch up with everyone. But I would want to cruise before, be home for Christmas, and then cruise after. So, but I know lots of people love going away for Christmas on a cruising, and that's brilliant. But for me, it was just a bit bizarre. Even though we don't see everyone on Christmas Day that we're close to, we see them over the period of the week, and I really missed that.
I saw it really weird, to be honest.
And being somewhere hot at Christmas was just very weird, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was just like this, even if it's miserable and wet in the UK, it's cold, it's Christmas. Being somewhere hot was just really strange. But you guys in Australia, it's always hot, isn't it, over Christmas? So let's have a look. Kath said, excited about the 60th. Hope it's when I can share for my 60th too. Hopefully you will be able to. Patty's saying, I'm guessing your epic trip might be NCL Epic. No, it's not. So
we're not bright enough to put that clue in, because you did say it's going to be epic.
Well, it is going to be epic.
We weren't. Well, I had no idea she was going to come out with that epic thing and get so excited. But no, believe me, there was no cryptic clue in that at all. It was just Carole getting really excited, saying it's going to be epic.
Yeah, it is. But it's not going to be on the NCL Epic.
And if she'd have said it's going to be Amazeballs, unless Royal Caribbean's bringing out the Amazeballs of the Seas, we could be all right.
So Don and Scott are here. Sorry, late actually watching live. We missed off. How is everyone? We're good, thank you, and great to see you here. Corinne, you two always put a smile on my face. That's great to hear. So let's have a look. Any other? Barbara saying Hobbiton is great. We loved it. Yes, we're hoping to get there. And Dunfairview saying they're doing Hawaii and French Polynesia in January on Oceania. It'll be our first trial on Oceania. We definitely want to try Oceania. We've heard some very, very good things. And in our last few cruises, we've been docked next to some Oceania ships, and they look fantastic. So,
what was that one we were docked next to that didn't look fantastic?
Windstar.
Because
people say to us about
Windstar, but it looked like an old duffer.
It did look really old and tired, yeah. But we've never tried a Windstar either. They say they're small yacht cruising, but they're actually just small cruise ships. They've got no sails, have they? Like the Royal Clipper.
It looked a bit rough, didn't it? That one we saw.
It just looked like it could do a bit of TLC, but that was just the exterior, wasn't it? It may have been absolutely beautiful inside. Ken goes through and say hairy feet. They might stay a bit warmer that way. Tina said, did we watch the extended version of Lord of the Rings? No, we haven't watched.
I think about 3.25 hours is enough, I know. Really.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But we love the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like we love Harry Potter. They're sort of the things that we go back to all the time, isn't it, for films? Auntie G's here saying New Zealand's so beautiful. Went there on Celebrity Sources 10 years ago. Yeah, we definitely do want to do that. Laura saying Lord of the Rings series was given a watch for years with my friends around the Christmas. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a great film.
So Andrew's asking, we're going to Hamburg in January, what to wear or what can you get away with on Queen Anne? You can wear whatever you like on Queen Anne during the day, as long as there's no sort of official functions on. And like any cunard, whether it's Queen Anne or Victoria, Elizabeth or Mary, the dress code's the same on Cunard, and they have their gala nights, which you can dress up to. But they also have, if you don't want that, you don't have to dress up, and you can go to the buffet and you can go to the pub and other areas. So, but the thing about going on a Cunard ship is partaking in everyone going and dressing up.
If you want to go to the main dining room, you will have to have a certain apparel on.
Yes.
But it's not bonkers. It's not like, like a full dinner suit every night. On gala nights, they like you to dress up properly.
Yes.
And depending on what the theme is, because they have different themes.
Well, they have 4 themes, Cunard. So make sure you check your Cunard booking, because now on your calendar online, you'll see what gala nights you'll have. So they normally have, like, say, like a black and white night, red and gold night. They have 20s night, and they have masquerade. So, and sometimes they might throw in a few other things depending on the time of year. So, so from a Cunard point of view, we've got a dress code post on our website. So just Google Cunard dress codes, Paul and Carole, and it's got all the information on there. And it's got links to, if you wanted to buy some, like a feather boa, or you wanted to buy a headdress that I wore for the 20s night. Paul bought like a sort of a gangster type hat, didn't you? So it's got links to all those products on there, which will help you out. Also, talking about Hamburg in January, it's going to be bitterly cold. We went to Hamburg, and it was, remember, we did a walking tour, and it was absolutely freezing. So I would definitely take warm clothes if you're going to Hamburg in January, because it was so cold. Anything else to add?
And if you're there on a Sunday, make sure you go to the
Munchen
Brauhaus Munchen, even though you're in Hamburg. There's a proper old bar called Brauhaus Munchen, which is behind the Fairmont.
Behind the Fairmont Hotel by the lake. You can't miss the Fairmont Hotel.
If you're there on a Sunday, that is the time to go there, because they got all the music.
It's great fun.
It's like party central in there, but all family friendly. Everything is and even if you're not there on a Sunday, it's a nice place. They do really good food.
They do.
They got all the big proper steins and all that sort of stuff.
They're all dressed up in the
in the lederhosen. And so that's a good put that on your list of things to do if you got time. Brauhaus Munchen.
It is. Andy and Christine saying the Christmas tree looking good, so thank you very much. Corinne saying she's going to be on stage next week. Yeah, Corinne's been practicing for her panto performance, where she'll be the blind old hag and ghost of Christmas. So
I can't know.
We do have such a laugh on Discord, don't we?
So
we can't wait to see the pictures, Corinne, to share them in our Patreon Discord. So thank you for that. But so is it say break a leg? Is that what you say?
Break a leg, yes.
Break a leg. Andy saying his 70-night cruise goes to New Zealand, Hawaii, and Hong Kong. I'll be at 3 Disneys on this cruise. They're going to the one in LA, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. Oh, fabulous. We're hopefully getting to the one in LA next September, aren't we?
Yes.
So, Barbara's asking, do you have any worries about ever getting ill on board a ship? You hear such stories about passengers being helicoptered off. The main thing that you have to make sure you have on any cruise that you go on is travel insurance, because you just don't know. You don't know what's around the corner. And you do see people getting helicoptered off or getting disembarked in ports because they become unwell. And because the demographic of people cruising is obviously older, then these things are going to happen. And as working as a nurse for celebrity cruises like I did years ago, it's surprised at how many people are unwell, but not with infectious things, but because they've someone might have asthma, or they might have heart disease or anything. Then so you need to be prepared that if you do become on board, you are covered with your travel insurance. I think that's the biggest takeaway that you should think. I don't think you should worry that you're going to get ill, because the chances are very, very tiny.
Well, there's a much chance of you getting ill, as in not from eating a bad prawn, just ill. Like, is just no different on a cruise than it is if you're at home.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to have a heart attack, you'll have one at home the same as you'll have one on a cruise. It won't be cruise specific.
Yeah,
but you just, unfortunately, you can't. it's not
See the
throwing caution.
future.
It's not throwing caution to the wind, but unfortunately, if you live your life about, oh, I'm worried about this, worried about that, which Carole's a natural born worrier. She follows her dad for that, but you just got to go
But
out
it doesn't
there.
stop me doing things.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I just think be prepared. Make sure you've
yeah.
got your travel insurance in place. And I always, I take medication for high blood pressure, so I always make sure that I've got some in my hand luggage, and I've also got spare in my suitcases, isn't it? So that you've always got whatever your health needs are, you're always covered. And I always take a comprehensive first aid kit so that I don't have to go to the hospital if if anything happens, or I've got a few little dressings if you cut your leg, or so just be prepared. Donna and Scott are just saying about Hawaii. When doing Hawaii, you need to stay on land. We did the Vive Hotel, great location, 2 minutes to beach and bars. Yes, what we would like to do is do a land-based tour and also a cruise, isn't it, from Hawaii? So that would definitely be on our list. Barbara saying Australia is hot at Christmas. Boo. Originally from Kentucky in the US and missed the white Christmas. Yeah. So Brian saying we're looking to book through Holiday Extras at the Hilton Heathrow after watching your video. Was the car okay? Is the parking secure? I'm not overly keen leaving my car. But the
parking is fine. It's away. The actual hotel is quite sort of isolated. You go through a few built-up areas, but the hotel itself is quite isolated and it is secure. So
it's not secure as in locked in though.
Oh no, it's not like in a compound, but it's right in front of the hotel. It's it's not in a farmer's field 5 miles down the road. I wouldn't have any qualms at all about going back.
Yeah, we weren't worried about leaving our car there, but it's not locked, so obviously you can't guarantee.
The car was locked. But,
well, the car is.
Yeah, I like the car.
But the Hilton Heathrow, it was great, wasn't it? With that package we did. If you haven't seen that, obviously check out our video about that. Claire said they still got TGIs in Bluewater in Kent.
Ooh.
Oh, ours are all closed.
Yeah,
Gloucester, Cheltenham.
Gloucester and Cheltenham both closed. Yeah.
So
they're both still there, but can't get in.
Well, that. So it's the new Staten Dam. We boarded December the 7th and November the 3rd, but I've been notified late boarding due to deep cleaning. Oh wow! So no, didn't hear about. But thanks for sharing that. Elaine said, comment, not question. It's -20 and snowing here in Alberta. Impatiently waiting for my Panama Canal cruise in 3 weeks.
Ooh, I bet you are if it's
-20. Wowza. Don Fairview saying, have you had COVID post-cruise? It has happened to us twice now. I guess I should stop licking things. We have, we came off a Virgin cruise, which was a mad party cruise with COVID. So yes, we have.
The party cruise wasn't with COVID.
No,
but we came.
But we have. Yeah. But otherwise, we've been, we haven't, have we?
No.
So,
and to be fair, my dad did catch COVID.
Yeah.
On,
Queen Mary too, but we were all fine. Yeah. We were all fine. So that's a chance. It's still out there, and it's just make sure you look after yourself by washing your hands all the time, and do not, Don Fairview 2001, lick things. 2 weeks today, we're embarking Voyager in Barbados. Oh, lovely. Love that ship. Would you recommend the heist or lock-in for a night out? Definitely. Which one? We did the heist.
We did the.
Did we do the heist or did we do the lock-in? We were only on for a week, so we only did the one. But it was fabulous. So if you're on for 2 weeks, I would do them both.
Yeah.
I would do them both.
I know it was £15, but in with that £15, you get 3 cocktails that are only available at the lock-in or the heist. So in fairness, you sort of get your money back anyway. But we had a fabulous time. It was really good, yeah.
And Anna and Mike are just saying we did both Mandy, Benton, both different experience, enjoyed them. So yeah, so do both. Travel Johnny and Will. So we look forward to getting our Paul and Carole Christmas board. We're putting up our Christmas trees this weekend. Yeah, Johnny and Will have 3 trees.
Do you reckon what's our dog called that hates me?
Poppy.
Poppy will probably see it and bite it off the Christmas tree.
When we stayed with Johnny and Will, we went over to Belfast, had the most amazing weekend. The Poppy, one of the dogs, took a real hate to Paul, which is so unusual because dogs normally love Paul and Paul loves dogs. But yeah, so they'll see just our logo and attack it. Oh. Travel Days Shamso, we're booked on an Alaska cruise in June. What are the must-do excursions?
White Pass Railway.
So that's Skagway. If you're going to Skagway, the White Pass Yukon Railway tour was absolutely superb.
Whale watching.
We did whale watching in Juneau, and that was, we did a small group, and that was fabulous.
Lumberjack show.
That's Ketchikan.
Very cheesy.
Very cheap.
Very sort of geared up for holiday makers, but we had a fabulous time. Carole loves a man with a big chopper, so everybody was happy.
I do. And there was lots of them there.
And what was the other one we did? We did 4, didn't we? I can't think.
No, that was it.
Oh, was it? Yeah. So we did those 3, and they were fabulous. Now, what I would say, just briefly, because obviously, time's a ticking here, and the White Pass Railway, if they still do it, we were given 2 options. You can get the train up and the train back, or you can get the bus up and the train back. Now, we did bus up, train back, and we thought that was better because you've got like this sort of massive gorge, and the bus goes the one side of the gorge, and then it meets where the train is at the top, and then the train goes down the other side. So if you do the bus up and the train back, you get to see totally different scenery from different angles.
Yeah.
So if you're given the choice, bus up, train back.
And you actually go over into the Canadian border, so you had to show your passports and stuff. It was very interesting day when we loved it.
It was good.
Sandra's here. Morning. Sandra's in Australia, and Frank and Jen. Hi y'all from New Mexico.
You're doing all
am I doing all the?
You're doing all the voices. It's like having Mike Yarwood sat next to me. That's one for the ode, isn't it?
Who? Mike Yarwood. I remember him. Yeah. Aoife's here from Ireland. It's a bit windy and foggy here. Hope people's weather has improved. We had a lot of flooding around Gloucestershire, haven't we? So that's been not good for a lot of people. Sam's saying, are you going to put this on the staircase? We talked about this last year as well. I need to invest into a really dramatic one. Like they had some lovely ones, didn't they, on Cunard, all down the staircases. And on Azamar, they had some lovely ones.
Maybe we'll have to pinch some tints, or the next time we're on a Cunard cruise, and then you have to buy any.
Well, might be able to do that. Right, let's see if we've got any other questions, because Paul's itching to get away for the football. Frank and Jen saying, so lovely to be with you both. Our turkey's roasting. You're with me in the kitchen making mashed potatoes. Oh, do you love a bit of mash? Eva, have you ever done a cruise that you thought was such a great itinerary and cruise that you would do it again? Yes. We're already talking about Alaska. We would love to go back to Alaska because that was absolutely fantastic.
It was.
We've loved our itineraries that we've done. With the one we've just done on Amsterdam, which was fantastic, from Italy through to Malta and to Greece.
And the one on Garage Group Cruise was a fabulous itinerary.
We definitely do that. That was Boston and New England.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. And also we've done some Greek ports in the past that we definitely want to do more of Greece next year. So yes, so plenty. So Joe's still on about Fred saying, no, sadly, Fred didn't do any themed activities or events around the mystery element. All 6 ports can handle ships twice the size too. So no small ship cruising experience that they shout about. Oh, that is a shame, isn't it? So we'll put that on hold then, Paulie. Craig said, hi, PNC. I was a bit nervous about during this evening as I was scared about Carole's eyebrows, but I plucked up the courage.
Hey!
But look, they're looking fine.
They're on fleek. Apparently.
They're on fleek, apparently.
Yeah.
So the kids saying it. So we're down with the kids. So Karen's just booked a second cruise stay in Marine Explorer for Easter. Oh, lovely. And Craig saying, and now they look lovely, by the way. Thank you very much. Travel Lizzie Lou saying she's looking forward to the raw clip of vlogs.
Yes.
Yeah, our patrons and members have already had episode 1. I'm finishing when Paul's watching the football. I'm going to hopefully get some more work done on episode 2 this evening. But I loved being back on that ship because it was just so different. It was absolutely fantastic. So let's see. We've got so many questions. I don't think, because you're itching to get to football, aren't you?
Yeah.
So Kevin's just saying, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It really helps the channel. So thank you very much, Kevin, for that. And please consider subscribing. I think there's just so many we can't. Let's have a quick. That's David saying, does the travel tag have to be printed in colour, or would black and white do? You can do either. So David asking about your luggage tag that you attach, that's got your cabin number when you get on a ship. So yes, you can do them. We've done them black and white, and we've done color in the past. It doesn't matter, as long as your cabin number is clear on there, then that's the most important thing. And Craig saying, love the first Star Clipper vids. Did you get used to the amount of steps? You have to be very, that's one thing that you'll see when our videos start coming out for the public about the Royal Clipper, is you have to be physically fit, because it's a lot of steps and it's not accessible. So if you're physically fit and want to do something completely different, make sure you subscribe to our channel and watch that. I think we'll have to stop there, Paulie, because look, there's so many comments, we just can't keep up. That's just... oh, it's just crazy, isn't it? So sorry about that.
Well, we've gone 10 minutes over.
Yes, so thanks so much for everyone that's joined us.
Give them the thumbs up, see if I can get some fireworks.
Yeah. So thanks again for everyone that's joined us for our Thursday live. As I say, next week, have I got anything to add as we're going off? Just make sure that you are signed up for our newsletter. You'll find it on our website. Just Paul and Carole, sign up for our newsletter. It's also in the description below, because if you want to join us on our next couple of group cruises they're a little bit more smaller and bespoke, then you need to be on our newsletter. So there's that. And anything else, Paul, you wanted to add? No. So thanks so much. Next week is going to be on Tuesday. I will get that scheduled over the next few days, and then we'll let you, we'll see what December brings, because that'll be our 99th live, and then we'll let you know when the 100th live is going to be, depending on if we do book a last minute cruise. So thank you again. Paul's happy that he's going to be going and watch his football, and I'm back to work.
Yeah, I got to work.
So thanks so much all. We'll speak to you soon.